Hello, hello, hello. Boy, oh boy, has it been a while. I know I've been gone for some time, so I'm here to get you caught up on what happened, where I've been, and where I'm going now. Welcome to Cliftone's Corner. Let's just go right on ahead and jump on into things. Where I've been is not doing this. When you last heard me, I was covering Big Brother 21. And if you know anything about that season or anything I posted on social media, it became a hot racist mess. I mean, just to put it simply. I couldn't really get with it anymore. I wasn't the only fan it made this way, but it made me pretty depressed to even want to tune into the show. The only shining light left in the show was Nicole, and congratulations to my girl. She made it to third place, but she wasn't able to snag the win. Unfortunately, Cheater Pumpkin Eater Jackson did, and you actually had to be tuned in to enjoy the greatness. That was Julie Chen piling in on him and everyone else that did wrong this season. Honestly, I don't know why they haven't done this yet, but Big Brother definitely needs a full length reunion special. Whether you want to do it on CBS or if you want to do it on CBS All Access, I mean, we do pay for CBS All Access for our feeds, so putting it on there wouldn't be an issue. We would already have the service, therefore already able to watch. But, do your thing, CBS. Anyways, just to move forward from that dumpster fire, I am now midway through. Yeah, we are midway through Survivor 39, Island of the Idols. And unfortunately, this Wednesday's doubleheader was also a hot mess. And it just brought the morale of the season to such a low. And again, a lot of fans, they don't want to tune in. I mean, of course they probably are. I know I don't want to tune in. I more than likely will tune in because, of course, I want to see how the remainder of the season goes. I would love to see where Janet goes from here, things like that. I'm Man, I don't want to spoil the show, so I won't say anything about Tribal. Let me keep my mouth shut. I'll just move on. And now, here's a word from our sponsor. Today, I am here to talk to you about the one, the only, Pokemon. Yes, I know I just jumped entirely from reality television shows to a video game about pocket monsters. But this past Friday, as you all know, marked the new release of Pokemon Sword and Shield. It gave us Gen 8 Pokemon. Um, if you've been keeping up with any of the controversy, there's been so much from the Pokédex being cut until like literally at the 11th hour. Was it Thursday or Wednesday night? It was Wednesday night, I think. We found out that from data miners, the sprites in Sword and Shield were pretty much the same from was it Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and a lot of people weren't happy about that. But here's my take on it. I've played the game for 2 days now. This is actually my first full-fledged Pokemon game since, uh, I believe, yeah, Fire Red and Leaf Green. And I know that was ages ago, but I never got more than the Game Boy Advance, so everything else I played as a ROM on my PC, so I never got that actual handheld feel with it. So I'm glad to actually have this, and again, I've been playing it for 2 days, and despite all the drama over the Pokédex being cut, and it's not that high definition, the graphics are this, the graphics are that, I have thoroughly enjoyed the game from the expanse of the wild area, and I'm pretty sure I haven't even been through all of the wild area yet. It is awesome. I'm loving the max raid battles. I'm loving the Dynamax. I mean, the graphics haven't even come to mind much. I mean, of course, being that I did tune into the controversies, I'm looking here and there for those little things that people complained about to see. Past Pokemon games, I've gone at them fast and hard, just trying to go get my badge, just trying to make it through the story. I've honestly never been a person that cared about completing the Pokédex. I just cared about the story, getting through it, beating the Elite Four, and being the champion, and calling it a day, and waiting for the next version. But with this one, I'm taking a very hands-on approach with it, very much slower. I'm looking to fill my Pokédex up quicker in the beginning, and then at the end of the game, when I do actually manage to progress through the story mode and all of the badges and our champion Leon, that I'll be able to go back and have an easier time filling in my Pokédex. I would actually like to complete the game for once. That is my goal with this. I should have said this at the beginning, but I'm playing Pokemon Shield. Um, one of my hugest concerns with the game, getting Shield, I was like, is everybody just gonna go ahead and get Sword? Everyone has Sword. And when you get into the game, there's this little versus feature in your. Now, here's my thing. I don't know how people say this. Is it Rotom or Rotom or, but I call it the Rotom. There's a verse feature in your Rotom, and when you open it up, it gives you stats of the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield players about Dynamax Pokemon caught or max raid battles attended, things like that. And it shows you, and it constantly goes through different stats about how Sword players are doing and how Shield players are doing. And that's something that I've really, really enjoyed. Another thing that I really enjoyed are the slight animations of different things that from the past have changed a lot. Like at the Pokemon Center, giving your Pokemon to Nurse Joy gives you an entirely different feeling than it did back in the day. Your Pokemon pop up on the screen, the 3D models are pretty freaking lovely. They're cute. And another thing to me, I've noticed while playing and going back and forth to the Pokemon Center and training, like looking at your Pokemon while they're getting healed on the screen from when they're little babies and you're raising them and training them and you continuously go back and forth to the Pokemon Center and you see them grow. I mean, yeah, you do see them evolve. You see how they've changed in battles, but going to the Pokemon Center and having them thrown up there on that screen, you see how your Score Bunny has just blossomed into this beautiful reboot, and you love them. You love to see it. But moving on, this game has kind of blown me away in so many different ways that I could sit here all day and talk about it forever and ever and ever. But this was mainly just to get in here and get you guys caught up with where I've been and what I'm doing now. So going forward in the future, I'm going to continue to update you guys on my journey throughout this Pokemon game. I'll probably be on it for a while. I know it's going to take some time to do everything that I need to do to capture everything I want to capture, to complete the task I want to complete. I'm hoping that in the future, being that this is an online world now, that they'll push some updates with some newer features, just to make the game last longer. I fully, fully, fully believe in, now that we live in a digital era, that games should always be updated with more features. It doesn't have to be DLC, it doesn't have to be maps and characters and things like that, but update the game and add a new mission, or update the game and add a new game mode, or update the game and change something around. Like kind of like a Fortnite-ish type of thing. Like switch things up, make things a little different. Give us something. Let us crave more, give us more, then leave us wanting more, and then give us more, and make the game last. Like make this something where if you aren't going to put out another one for 2 or maybe 3 years, then update this one and keep us interested with it. Keep us continuing to turn on our switches to play this, because $60 is a lot for a game, and that was one of the complaints in the beginning where, oh, they've cut so much and we're still paying $60. So yes, we've paid our $60 for this game, so update it. Give us more. Give us, hell, give us, and here's been my biggest hope for it. Since the beginning of this entire Dexit controversy, in future updates they could bring us Pokemon, like they do with Pokemon Go. Unlocking new Pokemon with newer updates and things like that. It doesn't have to be an entire region of Pokemon. Just, hey, here's a Christmas update. Here's 10 Pokemon. Here's, I mean, Delibird is in the game, but say if he wasn't, oh, it's Christmas time. Here's a Delly Bird with a Santa hat. Let's update the game to give you guys the ability to catch that in the wild area or something like that. Just little tidbits and ideas here and there that would hopefully improve the game. I really, really, really want to play this game for a while. I really want it to get the most of my money out of it. I want to enjoy it until I can't enjoy it anymore. And honestly, I want this game to last me until the next Pokemon, and then honestly beyond that. When the next Pokemon comes out, yeah, I want to get it, but I still want to be working on Shield. I want to be at or near my completion of my Pokédex and doing this and doing that. I want to find all the items and complete the events. I want to complete the game. I want to get that full feeling of, yes, I did it. There's nothing else I can do here. Okay, let's move on to the next region. Here's to hoping. I thank you guys so much for sticking aside with me. Again, I know I was gone for a while. I'm going to try my best not to do that to you anymore. Um, in the future, I'm going to come at you guys with some more updates from this, but I'm also going to hope to touch on the rest of the season of Survivor. We are at the merge, and post-merge, the game does move kind of fast. Pre-merge, it moves pretty fast too nowadays, but post-merge is where things get nitty-gritty. Your favorites get to stand, well, if they're still there, your favorites get to stand by themselves. They get to show themselves. So I'm really looking forward to see how the castaways perform in the rest of the season, especially after this Wednesday's controversy. I'm just hoping that the rest of the season is able to pick back up and continue on a high note, and that nothing of this sort kind of happens again. I mean, I understand real world issues. Real world issues are real world issues. This is while it may be a game show, this is still real life for these people out there on that island. So, I'll see you guys in the very, very near future. But until then, be safe out here. Be good out there. It's almost Christmas time, so Santa's definitely coming. Thank you as always for tuning in. I'm Cliftone, and this is Cliftone's Corner. Good night.